I tell you, Meghan Markle, man, she just don't get it. This woman is in extreme danger, and she still don't understand it yet. This is from the Independent. And as you can see, the title here is saying Meghan Markle felt unprotected by monarchy. Court documents suggest the Duchess of Sussex felt unprotected by the institution of the monarchy during false media reports that emerged when she was pregnant. Court documents suggest. See, this woman don't understand that. For those of you who don't know your history, look up Charlotte of Mecklenburg. The royal family wasn't trying to see another black woman or a biracial woman into their bloodline, let alone for Harry to drag her back and actually get her pregnant. I mean, she better realize what happened to Diana. It's coming. It's coming. But I digress. I will read further. The papers come as part of Meghan's legal action against the publisher of the Mail on Sunday and Mail Online with regards to the publication of extracts of a letter she sent to her father, Thomas Markle, in 2018, a big ass white supremacist. I mean, he despises his daughter, man. I don't understand what her mother saw in him, but that man right there, boy, he has a severe hatred for that child, man. See, that's why, man, y'all better make careful decisions about who you choose to procreate with out here when you hopping outside of your race, especially when you go over to that persuasion of people. Megan is suing Associated Newspapers, which denies the Duchess's claims for copyright infringement and breach of privacy. According to court documents related to the case as seen by the BBC, Megan suffered tremendous emotional stress over publication of her letter. She better be worried about her physical safety. Because I'm telling y'all, man, that there's going to be some type of accident that happens to her and that child. I mean, it's coming. I'm telling you. The paper state the claimant had become the subject of a large number of false and damaging articles by the UK tabloid media, specifically the defendant, which caused tremendous emotional distress and damage to her mental health. In reference to interviews that five of the Duchess's friends gave to a U.S. magazine in February 2019, documents add, as her friends had never seen her in this state before, they were rightly concerned for her welfare, specifically as she was pregnant, unprotected by the institution, and prohibited from defending herself. Man, listen, man. She went into that den of snakes, man, and sit up there and put up with all that foolishness, man. I mean, in hindsight now, I wonder has she learned anything, but apparently probably not. The BBC reports that the papers also reveal that Meghan's legal team defended the cost to the taxpayer of her wedding to the Duke of Sussex in May 2018. That's Harry for those of you who aren't familiar with those titles. The Duchess's lawyers allegedly state that the royal wedding generated £1 billion of tourism revenue, thus far outweighing the cost to the taxpayer. A preliminary hearing regarding Meghan's case was held in May, during which the judge dismissed claims that the Associated Papers deliberately stirred up problems between Meghan and her father and that it had an agenda against her. The judge, Justice Mark Warby, also struck out that Meghan's claim that the publisher had acted dishonestly. Justice Warby said that those claims should not form part of her case at this stage because they were irrelevant to her claim for damages overall alleged misuse of private information, copyright infringement, and breach of Data Protection Act. Some are struck out on the ground further or alternative ground that they are inadequately detailed. Justice Warby said, adding that he had attempted to confine the case to what is reasonably necessary and proportionate for the purpose of doing justice between these parties. I do not consider that the allegations struck out on the basis go to the heart of the case, which at its core concerns the publication of 5 articles disclosing the words of and information drawn from the letter written by the claimant to her father in August of 2018. In a statement issued after the ruling, a spokesperson for Schillings, the law firm representing the Duchess, said the core elements of her case had not changed. Associated Papers wholly denies the allegations, particularly the claim that the letter was edited in any way that changed its meaning, and says it will hotly contest the case. So you see, listen, man, this woman right here, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Harry is still a part of that bloodline, okay? What they want to do, they're giving him time to get his mind right and go ahead and separate from her and divorce her. and they're eventually going to try to off her and that kid. I'm just calling it like it is, man. I'm just calling it like it is. They do not want any black people in that bloodline. And see, let's look at some common sense shit right here, man. See, this is the problem with not only black women or biracial women, whatever you want to call them, and black men that go chasing after Becky. In this situation, the first thing on her mind with her friends, they should have been like, hey, listen, you sure you want to do this? Because look at what happened to his mother, Diana. You think they're not going to off you? You black to those people. They're trying to deport black people over there, the black from the black Windrush generation, descendants of it, that helped build up the country. They don't even want them there. And you think you go marry your ass into the royal family? See, when this wedding happened, a lot of us called this in advance. We knew it was just a matter of time. Because see, what happened was, and Harry's a little white supremacist himself. You got pictures of him dressed up in Nazi uniforms, and making all kinds of little comments and stuff. All of these white supremacist males, especially, they love to go and lay up with sisters. Hell, but see, he just got so attached that he was like, okay, I'm gonna marry her and drag her back here, and you gonna have a kid. Just imagine the conversations that they've had in private. They weren't for that. That's why they had to leave. I'm telling y'all, man, they are not going to sit and continue and just say, okay, we just gonna let them live happily ever after. It's coming. And the conversations are going to go somewhat like this. You'll get over it, Harry. The next time you pick one, don't do that. They are, I mean, I'm just telling you, man. They've already taken out his mother when she was pregnant by Dodie Fayed. You think they're gonna sit here and allow that child to make it to adulthood and them to just live their lives happily ever after? Because he's going to have to go back to the royal family. He's going to have to do that. This man isn't gonna stay out here on his own like that. They're not having that. But I just wanted to go ahead and drop this one on y'all, man. I mean, black women, black men, whatever problems you having with people in our own race, if you gonna date outside your race, you better think about it before you go hopping over there to this persuasion, especially if they have power and influence like this. It's not a good look. It's not smart. You cannot ignore our history. You cannot take off your uniform anywhere in this country. Even if you biracial, these people, not here just in America, but anywhere in the world, look at you as if you're black. You will never be accepted into whiteness. I hope y'all think about what I just said. Black first. I'll see you all in future content.